Alright, so I heard a couple guys while I was out ice fishing talking about how tough it is to fillet perch and crappie, and they've always been super easy, so I'm going to make a quick video on how easy it is to fillet these. Just take your sharp fillet knife. I always come right behind this pectoral fin right here, and not this bottom one, but this one here, and I'm going to cut towards the scales, or towards the head, excuse me. You're going to catch those scales. Just makes it easier, and you're going to cut down and in towards the spine, focusing more of your blade here, going down to the spine. And then what I'm going to do from here is go and cut along the spine, using the spine as a guide to cut all the way almost down to the tail. I usually end about here. So I'm just using the very tip of my knife, and I'm just skating across that spine. Not going too deep. And then once I get to about here, I stop. Now, we'll get that knife in on the second pass, and it's easier now. And what you're going to do is you're following this down lightly until you hit, there's kind of the way the fish sits, it's going to go straight down, and then there's a rib cage that's going to go up and over, and all of the meat is pretty much from here to there. There is some belly meat on these guys, but there's not enough to fuss about. So instead of dealing with having to cut Y bones out of your fillets, I just follow that rib cage. Being careful not to cut through those Y bones, or those rib bones. You can almost see I've made it past them now. You can almost pull it from here. And there is some meat in there, but like I said, you end up fussing with those bones so much that you lose all that meat anyway. And then once I've got it to about here, I just take the knife and cut through the skin. And when you're about to this point, you're past those rib cage bones, then I just carve down until I hit the spine and cut across all the way down almost till the end of the tail. And I'll leave this piece of skin connected so that I can flip my fillet here, and then this allows me to, it acts as a guide where I kind of cut down to the skin and I flex that fillet knife and just carve it right off the skin. So you get a fillet that looks like this in that clean piece of skin. And then once you're done with that, you can see we really haven't missed all that much meat. You know, all of this you're going to lose anyway. Then when you're done with that, flip it to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, here's the other side of that. Another go on that crappie. So, pec fin, come at an angle towards the head. Cut down until you hit the spine. And I like to hold the fish down. And then I will come, this is the better side I like to do. I'll run the tip of the knife down along the spine. Sometimes it's tough feeling the difference between, you know, whether you're cutting scales or cutting the spine. You'll get used to. You'll get used to it with practice. And then I just grab the skin and pull it back as I'm cutting into my fillet till I hit the rib cage. Then you kind of have to turn the knife up, and you shouldn't cut with too much pressure because you'll cut through, you know, the meat's soft. And those Y bones are hard, so if you cut light, you won't cut through them. And a lot of this is just a feel thing. And I'll get down till I'm well past these. And I'll start cutting the skin a little bit. Same thing, just keep on the crappie versus the perch. There's a good amount of belly meat, so it's worth getting down there. Now once you're past the ribs, these rib bones right here, then you can get the knife down, follow the spine, and I'm just gonna cut until I'm getting to the end of the tail. Once I'm there, flip the skin. And you can see with the crappie, there's quite a bit more meat once you're done, but no meat left there. That's your typical fillet. Rinse it with water and then go to cook it how you like. But that's how easy it is to fillet a panfish. Bluegill, perch, crappie, they're all the same. It's just easy.